Me a new chair. Office chair. I had to spray it with Febreze. It smelled awful for some reason. Don't know why. Hello everybody. Welcome to the Garlett's High Performance Garage channel. I just want to make a quick video. Just got home from work. Well, I've been home for a little bit. It's almost 5 o'clock. But some bullshit happened over the weekend. I was going to make a video, but it didn't. So we're just going to go ahead. My wore out coat. It looks like I have a set of tits. Anyway. You probably all think I'm a douchebag for bitching about this. Some of you might, some of you might not. They had one of the auctions on over the weekend. I didn't watch it because I don't particularly care for that auction bullshit. And it was either Bear Jackson or Meesum or one of them assholes was on there. But anywho, they had a guy had a collection of GTO judges that he put up on there, and there was a 70 GTO judge. It was what they call the carousel red. I think that's what it is. I don't know, but it was yellow looking. It's one of them colors. One of them. It's. Well, no, I'm sorry. I think the carousel red is like a orange, like the 69s. But anyway, it was a yellow car. It was a Judge. It was a convertible. It had the Ram Air 4 or 3, one of the two. It had a 400 in it. And I think it was a 4-speed. And it went for like over $1 million. And I was like, well, I guess that's typical, I guess. Because these people are just, they're rich. They have nothing else to blow their money on. And people like that live tax-free in the nation. Because all our politicians are free. Or, I mean, not free, but they're all rich beyond belief. So, you know, all our politicians, they have enriched themselves through our tax dollars. So, you know, they're not only in there getting fat off of, you know, each of them make $100,000 a year, like $150,000, something like that. But they're nowhere rich off of that, because the average person, well, not average, I'd say the upper middle class person can make $100,000 or $150,000 a year easily these days. These politicians are taking handouts from lobbyists and stuff, and they're making millions. And they have offshore bank accounts, so they don't have to pay taxes. But it doesn't matter, because they don't have to pay taxes anyway. And all Congress and the Senate do is give themselves raises down there. So, you know, like, oh my God, I can't hardly make it on $150,000 plus all them handouts. I can't make it. Oh my God, yeah, fuck you. But anyhow, the thing that caught my eye was there was a post on Facebook, and it was an 87 K1500 Chevy Blazer, and it was nothing really special. It had big tires on, it was lifted up a little bit. It went for $80-some thousand. It had an LS in it. It was an LS swap, and it was a nice vehicle, because on there they have nice shit. They have garbage like I have around here sitting on there. They have nice automobiles on there that go across the block. And you know, it's an auction. It's free for them. I get it. I understand. I completely and totally understand the whole concept. But the point of it is, the point I'm trying to make is, it's making it hard for poor motherfuckers like me and, any working class stiff to go out here and get an old vehicle and fix it up and use it to make ends meet and, put bread on the table. You just can't, because these rich assholes of Barrett Jackson and Meesum and all these other douchebag auctions and rich fucking collectors, they have taken it away from us. They're taking the old car hobby away. They're putting these vehicles in a goddamn storage building, and they just sit there. And then every once in a while they'll put one in their fucking living room, and let's have a dinner party. Oh, my superior intellect won this car, this, whatever the fuck it is, at the auction. Oh, I'm so smart. I'm so superior. My genetics and intellect are so much smarter than yours because you're an idiot. And these people they're basically born rich. They're rich folks. They're born rich. And, they don't, what it's like to have to go out here and work for a living and have bill collectors on your ass and threatening to shut off things and take things from you all the time. And they don't have the IRS on their ass because they made a mistake on their taxes, coming to get everything or coming to garnish your fucking wages until it's paid, making you basically starve to death. I'm glad one thing they did pass, they kept all those agents from being hired in the IRS, because that's all we need. And I don't even know why they even did it. I guess to get votes next time, because the Republicans rule the House. And they're all fighting amongst themselves in there. Surprise, surprise. Because they all have humongous egos. And they're all douchebags. All of them. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, they're all douchebags. It don't matter what party you're from or what party you like to step on. They're all assholes. They're all rich. They're all fucking douchebags. And then I saw another post on Facebook. It was an 80s model square body Chevy, short bed. It was a two-tone brown. And it had those great big 25-inch fucking wheels on it with this little skimmer rubber around the fucking rim. And that son of a bitch went for like $100 and some $1,000. It was an LS swap truck. And now that they've done this, everybody thinks that their square body that's rusting away in the fucking yard, oh my God, I have a gold mine sitting in my yard. Now, that's why you can't get yourself a hold of any of the old muscle cars anymore, especially the Chrysler stuff. You can't get a hold of it. You can't get it no more because these collectors have driven the price of them it's insanity. Everything is just out of fucking whack. And then, I left a couple comments on Facebook. I got to watch what I say on there because God forbid you'd say something and, the fucking asshole Facebook fact checkers will come get you and kick you off. Like it makes a shit's bit of difference to me now. They've kicked me off so many fucking times. I don't even hardly say anything on there anymore. But I made a comment that, the rich man's putting this out of the hands of the working man. And then some asshole get on there and said, "Oh, boo-hoo, you poor motherfucker. Boo-hoo. Oh, why don't you go buy some more meth and heroin and, get your fucking crack fix, you fucking poor country bumpkin hick." It's like, oh, okay, well, all right. Just the utter stupidity of that statement, makes me kind of wonder if this kid is still living in his mommy's basement. Because, majority of these Generation Z kids, they'll never get out on their own because their feelings will get hurt too easily. They can't decide what gender they are, let alone decide, whether to get the fuck out of mommy's basement or not. So I politely went ahead and told the guy that apparently you must be threatened by my statement. I said, so, go ahead. That's fine, I'm sorry for intimidating you. And then he came back. He had to keep coming back with more bullshit. Told me what a stupid fucking hick I was and stuff, and, you know. And I told him, I said, go ahead. I said, basement dweller, give me your worst. I said, I'm not going to fight you. I'll just come fuck your mom. See you at breakfast tomorrow morning there, sport. So, I figured he was probably like, I don't know, 19, 20 years old. Because, you know, these little fuckers, I mean, they haven't been disciplined, they haven't been shown right from wrong. And that's us Generation X's faults. Plus, our baby boomer parents spoiled their grandchildren bad. But I'm not solely putting the blame on other people. It's our faults. It's our faults for this. My kids, though, I beat their asses. I showed them right from fucking wrong. They know better. Now, the common sense thing seems to elude probably 3/4 of that Generation Z kids. And they are very, very, I don't know, they're afraid to hear hands clapping. Gotta do, oh, thank you. I'm he, him, thank you. Fuck you, how's that? Fucking bitch. But anyway, that's really concerning. And then another guy left a comment after mine and said, if it wouldn't be for these rich people adopting this hobby of the old cars, the aftermarket wouldn't be making jack shit for them. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But they probably helped. Because, you know, people like Chip Foose and all them, they love old cars. He makes the ugliest fucking wheels I've ever seen. The biggest, most gigantic, most ridiculous fucking retard wheels I've ever seen. I like Chip Foose, but his wheels look like fuck. He's a very good artist. His wheels look like, you know, somebody wiped their ass with a melted wheel. I can't explain it. They're just awful. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't like them. I don't like big wheels. I like 15-inch wheels for old cars because that's what I like. I like big, fat, white leather tires on my stuff. But it's people like him that helped the aftermarket along and gave him a source of income to, you know, gave him a purpose to make this stuff. Some places like Auto Metal Direct, they have the original molds to body panels, and they use them. And, you know, that's very expensive. That's an expensive business. Plus, steel is out of this fucking world right now. Well, everything is. A goddamn dozen eggs is fucking $7. I never thought I'd see eggs from a chicken's ass cost you that much for 12 of them. That's fucking crazy bullshit. That's just ignorance and greed is all that is. But I would say talk to your senator about this, but you can't. There's nothing you can do. Not a damn thing you can do. All I can say is I was a part of this hobby before it was popular. Nobody wanted these fucking cars when I was a kid. Everybody hated them. Everybody said what junk they was, how they were eyesores in their yard sitting. And there was one or two people that, you know, they have, people around here have ego problems. Because they think that, you know, oh, that guy's going to do something with that car in the yard. We better stop him. I don't want to see that car running around. Even though you probably wouldn't recognize it. Because it would be nice instead of a pile of rotted shit in your yard sitting. But people are like that. Especially around here, they're douchebags. They like to try to fuck you out because they think it's hurting you. And it's like, well, I saw another one down the road here in somebody's driveway. I'll just go hit them up for it. But like these 70 Chevelles, nobody wanted these fuckers when I was a kid. Nobody wanted them. There wasn't a soul that wanted them. Hardly. I wanted them. I knew what I was looking at. I saw it. It was green sitting in a guy's yard in Pennsylvania on Main Street. I seen it. I said, man, I got to have that puppy. So I snagged it up. $2,300. I thought it was a bit much back then, but I was like, Because the very first Chevelle I had was yellow. Me and my dad painted it yellow. It was dark green when we got it. We fixed it up. Did a bunch of work to it. It had a lot of mud in it, but we didn't run it in bad weather. Just run it in the summertime. I really got attached to that car. And the body was so bad and I didn't have any money to fix it. So I had to sell it. And then I found out it was in a garage. Somebody had restored it all the way. It was in a garage. A broom handle laid up against the guy's furnace. It caught on fire. All the stuff burnt in this guy's garage, including my old Chevelle. So, anyway, back then I got that first Chevelle was like, I didn't buy it, my dad bought it. I think it was like $800. Something like that. I think he said it was like $700 or $800 paid for it. Had a fucking old 283 in it. It was all ragged out. And back then he said 283s weren't worth building, so we went ahead and forwent that and got a 350. Boarded 30 over. Didn't have a lot of special stuff. Had a 292 camshaft in it. Fucking sweet. It sounded so good. Had a set of California Thrush turbos on her. 2.5-inch tailpipes. Had a turbo 350 with a shift kit. We ended up putting a set of 410 rear ends in it. I didn't have any spectacular heads on it, but I think if it did, boy, it would have ran. It would have really ran good. It had a set of 194 cast iron heads, and my dad had a bunch shaved off of them. And like, I think it was like 30,000s shaved off of them, plus an additional. They always take 10 off of them to start with to true them up. Then he had an additional 30, so it was like 40,000s taken off them heads. And the guy over there, the one guy told us, he said, that's not where you want to go. He said, you want to deck the block. You want to make that quench area smaller. Make that combustion chamber tight. But we put 410s in it. Aluminum intake. We actually had a 780 double pumper Holley from an LS6 454 on it. An original one. My uncle still has that carburetor. We put it on there, and it almost ran 13s down there to drag strip. It was on street tires. I think it would have ran 13s if we'd have had slicks on it, but back then we couldn't afford slicks. Couldn't afford a whole lot back then. Didn't make any money. Of course, I was 16. I didn't have no fucking money. I still ain't got no money. But anyway, my advice to everybody, if you want an old car, or if you have an old car, you better hang on to it tight. Because some dickhead will come along, try to swindle that son of a bitch out of you for nothing, and then leave you fucking stuck with not enough money to go buy another one. That's why I never bothered trying to sell my orange Chevelle here. Because if I was to sell it, then it would have been one of those things where I wouldn't have had enough money to go buy another one if I'd have wanted another one. So, with that all being said, fuck Barrett Jackson, fuck me some auctions. They can all go suck a great big fat bag of dicks. I don't watch that bullshit on TV. It disgusts me on how out of control this shit is. And then everybody tries to turn the table. Oh, well, what if it was you putting something across the auction block? Well, first of all, I don't have anything that nice to put on there. If they saw my fucking half-assed rat rod shit that I got, they wouldn't bring much in. Probably a lot more than what I think it would bring in, you know. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to sell any of my stuff. A lot of my stuff has sentimental value. I don't want to get rid of it. I'm attached to it. And chances are, I might not get a chance to get another. I'm going to be in my mid-40s. I'm going to be 45 fucking years old this year. Coming. And I don't know how long I'm going to be around, But, I mean, you never know when your time's going to be up. And you won't know. Whenever you're dead, you won't know that you are. But I want to fix the stuff up I got, get it roadworthy, get it on the road, and enjoy it while I'm still alive. And I'll leave it all to my kids. Then they can do whatever the fuck they want with it. Because after I'm gone, I'll have no control over it. So, I think I might be able to get my daughter interested in it. She plays with cars now. My son's not too interested in it. He's not interested at all in the old car hobby at all. He's a video gamer. My daughter, she likes playing video games, but she has quite the imagination. She plays with toys a lot. My son didn't really play with a lot of toys. He did a little bit, but he mainly played video games. I got him a learning video game system when he was just little. He played the shit out of that thing. And then I got him a PlayStation. And then that was it. It was all over from there. Now it's online gaming. He is going to the gym and lifting weights, and I'm glad he's doing that. But he is he's not following my footsteps at all. So I told him, I said, get a good education. I said, get the fuck out of this place. So there's nothing here. Western Maryland sucks. There ain't nothing here but a lake and a goddamn historic railroad train. Ooh. It's cost you $300 a head to ride that fucking train from a washed up shithole, Cumberland, to another washed up shithole, Frostburg. Well, Frostburg's better than Cumberland is, but you're going to take a train ride up an old track that they haven't used to actually haul freight in about 100 years. You're going to ride it up to a fucking town where all the shops are closed on Main Street. There's a couple open. If you want to go eat pizza, go to Frostburg. Want to eat pizza? College Town. Frostburg State University. It's the college town. Pizza. What do college kids like to eat? Fucking pizza. But anyway, that's just the shitty fucking bullshit that's going on around here. But anyhow, if you have an old car, I would suggest you hang on to it. Even if it's some shit from the 80s, hang on to it. And all of you, if you can, start buying up them 90s pickup trucks. They're going to be next. They're starting to build in popularity. I seen some people on these shows on the fucking Power Block on Saturdays or Sundays or whenever it comes on Motor Trend. I seen them eyeing up these 90s Chevy trucks, the 90s Ford pickups, and the Dodges. They're starting to eye them up. Oh, we're going to get those. Cut the frames on them, turn them into short beds, and lower them, and put LSs in them. That's next. Because all the square bodies are going to be gone. I mean, they made more of those motherfuckers. Made them son of a bitches from 73 to 87. And then the 3/4 ton ones made it to 88, 89. At least the Suburbans and Blazers, they made it like 89. So, it's a shame. Shame they got to do this to us. Fuck us all over. So I tell you, if I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd go out and buy up as many of them cocksuckers as I could get my hands on, just so I had them. Well, I guess I'd be selfish doing that, I guess. But anywho, yeah, my weekend sucked ass. I had to put elements in my hot water heater. That was fun. Because I live in a trailer. My hot water heater's in my closet. So I had to go back in there and stand in a closet that my shoulders are wider than and try to get elements out of my water heater. I took a bath pulling them fuckers out because I didn't feel like draining the son of a bitch. I tried to drain it, but it wouldn't drain. I guess there's a bunch of slop in the bottom of it. It didn't want to drain, so I said, fuck it. I ended up using a cordless impact gun to get them out because I couldn't get enough leverage in the closet to get them loose. Pain in the ass. God. If any of you can help it, don't live in a trailer. They're awful. And now I think I'm stuck. I don't think however, have enough money to get out of it, to get into a house. Unless somebody dies. I don't know, and I inherit something by luck. Who knows? But anyway, let me stop depressing all of you. This probably won't get much views anyhow. But anyway, everybody, have a good one. Be good to each other. Quit trying to fuck each other over. Fuck's sakes. Quit fucking each other. Have more sex. And drive old cars and rip and slash on them. See y'all later. Have a good one, everybody. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Catch y'all later.